Hey guys, Brooksy Tech here, and today I'm doing a quick video on a $500 or less budget build that I did for my brother. My brother recently messaged me and said that he wanted to do a new gaming PC, and he's not really too savvy with building them himself, so I said I could throw something together for him. And all in all, we only paid about $425 for this build, but I did reuse a couple parts, but I'm just going to go over some of the options you have to make a really good gaming PC for less than that $500 price point. So we started off here with the motherboard. This is just a ASRock B450 HDV revision 4. This is probably about the cheapest motherboard you can buy right now. It's usually on Amazon for about 65 bucks. I got this on Newegg for 60 on sale, so that was a really good value. And then just some cheap 16 gigabyte RAM kit. This was just the cheapest one on Amazon at the time. Probably could have gone a little faster. This is just the 2666 speeds, but that's more than plenty for him. And then this was, again, one of the cheapest reputable power supplies, 400 watts. You might want to go a little more if you plan on upgrading, or overclocking, but my brother won't be doing any overclocking. Just some cheap fans here. This was a 3 kit for about $14 on Amazon. They light up blue. My brother wanted a kind of a blue theme, and then we went with the Master Box Light 3.1 by Cooler Master. Good case, was about 45 bucks, and got it all assembled here. But the two key components to making this build, for less than $500 and still play games at great frames per second, is the Ryzen 1600 AF. So this is the revised model based on the 12 nanometer Zen Plus platform. So it's basically a 2600, but in the 1600 lineup. This was recently came out from AMD a few months ago, as they no longer produce the 14 nanometer wafers, so they're starting to come out with this. They're usually on Amazon for about 85 bucks. Great deal, comes with the cooler. And then the second item, the only used item that I purchased, there are a couple of other used items that I provided, is this is a Radeon by AMD Radeon XFX RX 5800 video card. This is just the 4 gigabyte model. I picked this up on eBay for about 100 bucks. They are used, but they have a lot of great value, especially as the mining craze has kind of died down and moved on to different hardware. So that's a great value. You'll be able to play games for years on that, especially at 1080p. If you're going to do at 2K or 4K resolutions, you'll probably want to buy something a little nicer. But again, this is a budget build. And then for him, I did just have an old 2 terabyte hard drive, and this is a 120 gigabyte SSD. Now, so I did throw those items in for free, but you could definitely pick up a 120 gigabyte or 240 gig SSD and a 1 or 2 terabyte hard drive for about another 75 bucks. So still making this under $500. If I didn't already have those drives, I probably would have bought him a 512 gigabyte NVMe, but just trying to keep the budget in mind. And then I did just throw in a cheap Wi-Fi card with Bluetooth, so he'll be able to use that wherever he wants to set it up in his house. And then I did, kind of hard to see, I'll do a video with it on. I installed some blue LEDs I got on eBay for about 4 bucks, so he'll really like that. But yeah, so there's plenty of videos online of people gaming on these, but you'll definitely be able to play all the latest games on high settings or medium settings, depending on how fast you want the frames per second to be. But I think he'll be really happy with this. And let's go to a video with all the lights on and show you guys the final product. All right, so here it is all lit up. As you can see, got some kind of the blue LED fans bleeding through the front acrylic. I'm gonna let him take off the protective there, so it'll be all nice and fresh when he purchases it, or when he gets it. I'm gonna have to ship it to him, so I'm trying to keep everything from getting damaged. And as you can see, got the blue fans there, and then there are the blue LED strips. This is a great way to light up your case if you kind of want like a cool you know, light theme. Didn't want to go with RGB because that would have been pretty expensive, but you know, again, for less than $20 for the fans and the lights. Good way to bling it up. And then here, let me do one last shot with the cover on. This is kind of like a smoked acrylic. And here it is, all buttoned up with the side cover. I think this looks pretty good. My brother is going to be pretty happy with it. I've been sending him pictures with the build as I was putting it together. Here it is, kind of, and then from the back. I'll go ahead and put links in the description on kind of how you could do a build for about the similar price. Not all of the, you know, the prices change, you know, day to day. So, you know, what may be cheap today, you could get a you know, better price on a different motherboard tomorrow. But, you know, and if you wanted to spend another $100, you could do a pretty nice upgrade. Like you can get like a better motherboard with more RAM slots or better VRM cooling if you plan on overclocking and a better power supply. But again, this was, you know, ultra budget build, something that's going to last him a while and without breaking the bank, because he still needs to buy a monitor and keyboard, mouse as well. So but yeah, I think he'll be pretty happy with it, and hope you guys enjoy the video. And if you have any questions, just make sure to leave a comment down below, and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Thanks, bye.